For certain, I have to say that the 60th anniversary celebrations were a highlight for me, a personal highlight. It's an incredible experience as an ambassador to participate in an event of that kind. And a real highlight also from a Canadian perspective. Canada and Korea have always been good friends. But our foreign minister is fond of saying that now we're best friends. And I think in the current geopolitical context, we've discovered a whole new relevance and imperative to our cooperation. We really see an upgrade in the relationships. So one of the highlights last year was to launch our comprehensive strategic partnership. And we've now seen that move forward. We have an action plan that was just adopted by our two foreign ministers, so building on that partnership. So it covers a whole range of areas of activity: security, climate change, people-to-people ties, culture. I think it's not an exaggeration to say there's no limit. There's many areas where we can develop our cooperation. Both of our Indo-Pacific strategies are published within a month of each other, and there's many parallels between those two strategies. And so they work well together. And I think one of the ideas, as you referenced, that we really want to move forward with under our Indo-Pacific strategy is this idea of a North Pacific lens, and really highlighting the fact that we're closer than you think, that we have a neighborhood, that we have shared responsibility to support, and we face many of the threats that the Republic of Korea face, Canada faces as well. So there's many reasons for us to share information, share perspectives. So one of the first areas that I think we've been focusing on in recent months is maritime security. So we've been seeking to build our security dialogue, but with a special focus on maritime security, and especially as exchanges and investments, discussions on clean energy transition. North Pacific is the gateway to our Arctic region. And you referenced earlier discussions in the Peninsula Club. One of the key issues that we're all seized with is the posture of Russia in this region. And on there, we share perspectives with Korea on how the growing cooperation between Russia and North Korea has destabilizing potential. It's very clear that Canada-Korea cooperation on security issue is well developed. I think there's still potential for more. General Macaulay's appointment as Deputy Commander of the UNC is, I think, a testament to our commitment to security on the Korean Peninsula, but also across the region. And we've continued, as you mentioned, to participate in Operation Neon. We have other activities as well in the region. We've seen several ship visits, Canadian frigates that have come to Korea as part of their work across the region. And so that too leads to greater cooperation, interoperability. And so we're really looking for opportunities to increase that kind of dialogue. It's a wonderful opportunity. We learn from our Canadian colleagues who are on assignment with the UNC and can identify new ways of contributing to security of the Korean Peninsula. I think what I'd emphasize is Canadian unstinting commitment to peace and security in the region. We've been mentioning the different aspects of our security cooperation. We have been very clear. We never fail to register our concerns with launches of ballistic missiles from North Korea. We've expressed our concern over deepening cooperation between Russia and DPRK. We're working closely with the Republic of Korea also to try and find a way forward after the Russian veto of the panel of experts on sanction monitoring on North Korea. So I think it's that continuing support, consistency, and working very closely not only with our Republic of Korea friends, but also other allies and partners in the region. So I would just want to clarify, because our embassy here in Seoul is accredited to the DPRK, but I as ambassador am not accredited. So we have since 2010 an approach. We govern our relationship with DPRK as a controlled engagement policy. So we have certain issues that we focus our communications on: humanitarian, regional security, clear security issues between DPRK and Canada. So we are monitoring very closely as DPRK emerges from its COVID policies. We've seen some opening of the border, and there have been some exchanges, we understand. But we're obviously working very closely with like-minded countries who are also engaged and who do have a diplomatic presence in DPRK, and whether they'll be able to return. So we continue to monitor the situation very, very carefully. Well, one of the many interesting areas, I think, for our cooperation with Republic of Korea is to launch this dialogue on human rights in North Korea, and really to try and identify ways to address the dire situation for the North Korean people. And I think it's an opportunity amidst the many conversations about security. It's an opportunity to try and focus on North Koreans themselves and to try and build on that perspective. I think that's for diplomats, that's what makes this dialogue so appealing and forward-looking. And so the embassy here has been very active, and huge kudos to the team here to try and have that people-centered approach, try and learn from escapees, defectors, from their experiences, what we can do to support, what kind of training and how to as I say, focus on those who have suffered human rights violations, how to learn from their experience.